We were talking about singers and music. We've got an up-and-coming singer here in Nashville. We've had her on the show several times, been with you at Dreammakers Luncheon and here on Talk of the Town before.
Now
Kelly
there's two of her.
Well,
or two
almost,
here.
maybe
almost.
About one and a half, so to speak. Kelly Lang is here, and she's a dynamic lady. Let's go and join Kelly.
Hi,
Kelly.
Hi, Harry.
Because we're actually talking, what we're talking about is you're pregnant, right?
Yes, I'm due September 15th.
September 15th. This is your first, right?
This is our first.
So you're having an exciting time in your life,
My husband is just beside himself.
Oh, really?
Pam and I were talking, Pam Case and I, Joe's wife.
That's Joe's wife, yeah.
She's just telling me the wonderful benefits of being a mom, so I'm excited.
Oh, good. Well, one of the things is probably going to slow you down a little bit from your entertaining. You don't think so?
Nah, it's getting busier, and that's okay.
That is good. You came, were born in Oklahoma, but your father worked with Conway Twitty, so you've been around the music business all your life, haven't you?
Yeah, he's worked with Conway since I've been 1 year old, and we traveled, or actually we moved over here, and I believe in 75 or 76 when Conway moved his organization. And yeah, I have been around it since little.
But since you were a little bitty, you always knew you wanted to be a star?
Oh, yes.
When you were 12, is that correct? When you were 12 years old, you performed with Tom T. Hall? Is that?
That was my first. I'd done a lot of club dates before that, but that was my first opening situation where I was opening for him in Chicago. So it was a really
in Chicago. Well, that was a big time.
Yeah,
were you nervous about that?
Oh, I'm still nervous.
Are you really?
It's just an exciting lifestyle, and they were really, really nice.
Yeah.
So yeah, it kind of. The more shows you do, the more excited you get to go to the next one.
Well, I guess one of the more exciting things that happened to you in your career was the Star Search experience.
Yeah, we did Star Search in '85. It was real neat because that year before that, I was 17. And I tried out, but I was too young because they didn't have the juniors at the time.
Oh, is that right?
And so they turned me down, and I didn't know why. They called me the next year, so it was really neat. I didn't even have to try out for them, except for just giving them a tape. And they called me and went down there, and the first night I tied against the girl that had won 6 times, so they let the audience break the tie. So the audience tied us too. So it was kind of weird. It was the first time they've ever done that. And they decided to declare us both winners that night.
Right.
And the next time I went up against 2 girls, I still think I should have gotten paid double on that one. But anyway.
Did you hear that, Ed McMahon? She's waiting to hear from you.
But anyway, I officially won that night.
Right.
And I went back again and lost. A girl sang a real bluesy song. She did a beautiful job. They called me back again to come back for the semifinals, and a girl beat me by 1/4 point. But it was a terrific experience.
I know it must have been.
Fun.
Really, earlier this month, you had a chance to perform out at Starwood in the Charlie Daniels Jam. Now, there's an interesting story, ladies and gentlemen, how Miss Kelly got to be on the Jam.
Well, it's Joe Case's fault.
That's what I heard. Tell me about what happened there.
Joe, was it 3 years ago? Okay. 3 years ago, I was invited to be at the Dreammakers Luncheon.
Yeah.
And I was thrilled to be there. And Charlie Daniels came up to me in front of Joe. And Joe had his camera there doing Talk of the Town. And he said, Kelly, I watch you on the Ralph Emery show. I do that show during the week. And I really like you. I'd like you to be on my volunteer jam the next time we have one. I said, well, when will it be? And he said, I don't know that. He said, here's my card. Call me when you find out. Well, Joe heard that and said, Charlie, you need to say this on television. He had this live TV right in front of Charlie's face, and he announced it again that he invited me to be on the next one. And so 3 years has gone by, and I walked up to Joe this year, and I said, yo, Joe, do you remember 3 years ago? And he said, when Charlie asked you to be on the Jam? I said, yeah. He said, go ask him. So I went up to him. I said, Charlie, do you remember 3 years ago asking me to be on the Jam? And he had his head down. I said, do you remember? I was looking at this big old hat. He said, well, it's been a long time, but if I said it, I meant it. And he said, here's my secretary, here's her card. And from that point on, I was on.
Bingo, right. We've got some video of you right there. Let's take a look at this video. This is Kelly performing at the Jam. Now, you were the second act in the Jam. What was it like performing on this Jam?
It was, well, I see my stomach sticking out there. Do we have to show any more
Picky. It's just the angle of the camera, Kelly.
Yeah, right, okay. I'll put it this way. I had to order medium bottoms and a small top in that one. But it was treat.
Well, you're going to get a chance to return the favor for Charlie because coming up June 1st, which is a couple of days away, about a week away, you're going to be performing for Charlie Daniels Appreciation
Charlie
Day.
Daniels Appreciation Day is coming up. I was actually booked on that before I was booked on the Jam.
Yeah.
If you don't know Charlie, which I'm sure you do, he is the finest man you've ever met in your life.
That's right.
The whole organization is just class, and I'm thrilled to be working with him. And I'm having some dealings going on I can't really get into, but I've been asked to do this, and what it is, it's from 9:30 to 6 o'clock on June 1st at Mount Juliet Park. We're planning on getting together, lots of acts on there. Jeff Smith will be the MC for the day. He's on Hee Haw. Tammy Stevens is formerly of Girls Next Door. It's his wife also. Butch Baker, myself. Charlie will be there. I don't know if he'll be performing or not, but he will be there for the fans to meet him.
Yeah, that'll be wonderful.
There's going to be booths, there's going to be crafts and food, and all of the money goes to building a convention center for entertainers there in Mount Juliet. So
Kelly, it's good. That's great. That's going to be June 1st, Saturday, at Charlie Daniels Park in Mount Juliet. Okay, great. Kelly, thanks so much. Hope your career goes well, and hope all goes well with our second edition coming on here. Thanks a lot. Kelly Lang, ladies and gentlemen.